Today I'm going to show you how to install a leaning wall mount. Please note, when installing your leaning wall mount, we recommend consulting a professional handyman or contractor. The tools you'll need for this project are a Phillips head screwdriver, a pencil, a drill, a level, and a tape measure. A straight edge or drawing tee is going to be really useful, but not totally necessary. In the box, you'll find some useful instructions, a bag of hardware, two tire rests, and one pedal hanger. So I'm getting ready to put my bike up on the wall. Here in my apartment, I'm gonna put it over my couch. First thing I'm gonna do is move the couch out of the way. And then I'm gonna estimate on the wall where I'd like my bike to sit. And I think right about here is gonna be the best position. And so I'm going to measure out from the floor up to about where I want the pedal to sit, which is not where the bottom of the bike is. The bottom of the bike is going to be roughly here. I think my pedal I want around eye level, so right about 68 inches. And this is totally up to you and your space. This is where I think it will look best in my usage. So now with my pencil and my pedal hanger, I'm going to come to the wall and I measured out that 68 inches. So I'm going to put my mark, the bottom screw hole, right at that 68 inch mark. That's about where my pedal is going to be, maybe an inch or so lower. But that's going to be a good spot. And now I'm going to grab my level. This one is fancy and has a laser line, but really any bubble level will work. And I want to make sure that the top two lines, so when I put that in, that these top two are going to be level. Once you have your dots level, go ahead and make a mark. And now I'm just going to test this again, look at it, make sure that that's really where I want it, and then I'm going to go ahead and drill some pilot holes in the wall. Make sure to consult a professional about what fasteners to use for your wall. Drywall anchors are specific to each wall. You want to make sure that the hardware you are using is really designed for your wall. We recommend consulting a professional. So now with a Phillips head screwdriver, I'm going to send these 3 screws through the 3 holes. I'm going to do them one at a time and just line up the unit. You can use a manual screwdriver or a drill for this. If you're going to use a drill, make sure to be careful not to strip anything out. And here I'm not tightening all the way until I get all 3 fasteners in place. That way, if anything needs to move, we can make minor adjustments. There we go. Now, with that one in place, we can measure out for the other 2. In order to measure for the wheel trays, I'm just going to hang this in place. Now you want to do this carefully because we are not fully supported. We're working just on these 3 screws that we just put in. But I'm going to orient the non-drive side or left foot pedal all the way to the 12 o'clock position. And then carefully lift the bike up and rest the pedal right on that hanger. And now you can step back and kind of see where it's going. You can adjust this up and down, find a nice place. I like to have these 2 wheels level. And so I'm going to go back to my laser line, make sure that's level. So with this all level and in place, I'm happy with this placement. I've stepped back and looked at it, and this is really the place that I want it. I'm going to use my pencil and one of the wheel hangers. So I've got my pencil in one hand, my wheel hanger in the other, and I'm just going to pull the wheel just off the wall and get that right up underneath, tuck it right up underneath. And I'm going to make a tiny little line right in the middle on the underside of the tray. I'm gonna pull that out. There's just that small line. And I'm gonna do the same on the front wheel. Here we are, just pull it just off the wall, get this tucked up underneath and make one single line. I'm gonna go ahead and take this back off the wall. So now with my tiny dot or line on the wall, I'm gonna line my wheel tray back up. I'm gonna make sure that that's level. And once I'm happy with it level, I'm gonna make 2 dots. And now with that side done, I'm gonna move over to the front and do the same thing. With these marks made, I'm gonna come back in with the drill and drill these pilot holes. And repeat this process for the front wheel. Drywall anchors are specific to each wall. You want to make sure that the hardware you are using is really designed for your wall. We recommend consulting a professional. And again, with a Phillips head screwdriver, you will tighten these in place. And you can repeat this process for the front wheel. With the front wheel bracket installed, we're ready to reintroduce the bike. So again, we want to rotate that left pedal up to the 12 o'clock position, lift the bike up and in place, make sure your wheels are over the trays, and you've got a bike on your wall.